Good morning, mamas! Welcome back to another Mommy Moment. I am your host here at the Mother's Empowerment Circle, and I am so excited to share this message with you today. I've been thinking about this a lot because I've been noticing a theme in a lot of my coaching calls with my one-on-one clients, and that is that as women, as empowered moms, we have big dreams for ourselves. So raise your hand if this is you. Raise your hand if you feel like you know what you want. You have a vision for the future and it is bright and shiny and sparkly and it excites you from the inside out. And then there's this thing that stops you. Dun, dun, dun. Procrastination, right? Why do we procrastinate on the things that we really want? Even if we feel like we could have them, even if we feel worthy of them, we still procrastinate on taking action to get to that dream life, to get to that time in the future. And so today I want to share with you this idea of beginning with the end in mind. So let's start out with a vivid vision of what that future could look like, knowing, right, that we're not clinging to the vision. The vision is actually more of a bodily sensation. So I want you to get really clear on what you want, or at least what you think you want, and then sink into, why do I want that? Maybe you want that to make money. Maybe you want that for your family. Maybe you want that for your healthy body. But let's go even deeper, okay? What's the why beneath the why? What feeling would having that goal achieved give you? What feeling would having that goal achieved give you? So for instance, for my entire life, since I was a little girl, I had this vision for myself that I would write a children's book. And then I never gave myself permission to actually sit down and write. So how can I ever have this goal accomplished of writing a children's book if I won't put pen to paper and write? And so I did what I'm asking you to do. I sat down and I thought, okay, why do I want to write a children's book? What would that give me? And as a coach, I know that emotions are created through a triad. So that's what I want to share with you today. This triad, this is what we are actually going for. So we think we want the thing, but what we really want and what really influences us and our actions is this triad. Are you guys ready? Okay, so the triad begins with our physiology. So let's go back to my example. I wanted to write a children's book. So how would my physiology change if I was on the other side of that goal? If I had the tangible book in my hand, which I will, so I'll be sharing with that with you, later. But what would it feel like to have this book in my hand? Not even in my emotions, but in my physiology. What would my face look like? And for me, I feel like I would have this huge smile on my face as I get to share my book, my children's book, with my loved ones, right? And sign a copy and just like how full my heart would be. So how would I hold my shoulders once my children's book was a tangible object? And then the next item in the triad is our language. So what would I be talking about to you, to my family, to my friends, after I accomplish this goal of writing a children's book? What words would I say? What language would I use? Not only externally, but also internally. I like to talk about my inner roommate when I talk about inner language, because we all have this little chatterbox inside our heads, right? And I know mine is often telling me all the reasons I can't do what I want to do. All my limiting beliefs come out of this little inner roommate's voice. So what would that inner roommate be saying when this book was accomplished? And then what would I be saying back to her? So some of the things my inner language would say is, look at us, we did it. We finally accomplished what we wanted to all these years. And my outer language might be something like, here you go, you get a book, you get a book, you get a book, right? So there would be this exuberance in my language, this joy. It's both inner joy and outer joy. And then the last one is, what would I be focusing on after I have this book out into the world? I would be focusing on the fact that I am in celebration, right? The fact that I created this thing through the effort and through the creative process, right? So I would be focusing on my beliefs about, well, if I did this, what else can I do, right? And this is a book that talks all about relationships and the importance of spending time with our kids, and it's an example of that. So that is what I would also be focusing on and believing to be important. So I want to hear from you now. What is important to you? What dream or goal do you want to manifest in your own life? Or I like to also use the word wombifest, because when we're manifesting something, I often feel like we're going out and making it happen. But in my case, and in so many of my cases, this is not the process that I went through. The process that happened for me was really more of a wombifest, which is I attracted the dream to me. So I had this idea that I wanted to write a children's book and have it published and have it go out into the world. And again, I'm continuing to wombifest because this is not a dream that is accomplished yet. So I'm sharing it with you, and by speaking it out loud, I'm helping attract it to me. So I want to just be transparent with you and let you know where I am in the process of wombifesting this dream. I'm really focusing on my attractability. So I'm not really focused on going out and making it happen and, you know, talking to people about it. No, I'm knowing that my physiology needs to match a children's book author's physiology. So I'm sitting here knowing that this book is coming for me, right? It's coming down the track, and I can feel it. I can feel myself attracting it. I'm wombifesting by staying focused on what I want, and when the inner chatter comes up, when that languaging comes up that is not in alignment with this dream to write this children's book, I know, okay, I can switch that, right? I can talk back to that inner roommate and tell her, no, right? I am creating my life, so I get to create my thought patterns too. So I want to know, what are you wombifesting? What dream do you have for your life that you've been procrastinating on? That maybe when you talk about it, you have this sense of defeat already, or maybe your shoulders round when you talk about it. Can you change your physiology right now in order to attract your dream towards you? I'm not asking you to work hard. I'm asking you to let your dream come to you by being super clear on the feeling that the dream will create, right? We're keeping the end in mind, the end feeling in mind. Hi, Malou. I'm signing off now, but I hope you watch the replay. And to all you other mamas out there, share your dreams with us. Use your language to put out into the world what you want for yourself. And if you've been procrastinating, feel free to share that with us too, because you are not the only one, I promise. Okay, mamas, until next time, take care. Bye.